Alright, what is up there, SEO pros? I don't know how this stream's gonna go. It might be really laggy because I'm in Costa Rica right now on a Wi-Fi in a hotel. So if this is terrible, I'll probably have to re-record this and publish it as a not a live video. Let's check out how this looks. Doesn't look like there's too much lag. Looks like it's alright. So if, like I said, if it's terrible, we'll redo it. But what we're doing today right now is we're going to be doing a audit for a personal trainer. And I'm actually going to be working some more today. I'm probably going to have to go to a coffee shop, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do content upgrades on a website we're working with, the insurance website, the car insurance website, so we can start pulling in more emails and then start hopefully generating backlinks and some other stuff off of that. But right now we're going to be doing this audit, and also it's taking forever to download Screaming Frog, so hopefully this will be downloaded by the time we look at all the other stuff that we need to look at, like for instance, you know, the basic on page, the citations, the backlinks, all that stuff. And then once we do that, then we can go ahead and move on to the Screaming Frog crawl. So let me just do this pop-out chat really quick, and welcome to the 5 people who just jumped in here. Sorry for not doing a video lately. Let's make sure there's audio on this too. Yep, there is. But the audio is terrible. I actually did bring my professional mic, but the laptop I got for Costa Rica, it doesn't have, it's like a MacBook and it doesn't have a USB import, which is so lame. All right, so first of all, this is great. I like the 3 options here. We might want a little bit more intro text kind of explaining what this website's about for maybe people jumping in here off of Google. But overall, not too bad. Also, it's good to have images early on because it's a little bit more descriptive, but I mean, this is probably fine. I'm curious to see what the bounce rates are. I actually asked for the bounce rates, I mean for the analytics, but haven't got a message back from John yet. So this is the what we need to know. He said, hey bro, I'm looking to get a local SEO for my personal training business, the Physique Consultants, based in Dublin, Ireland. My website, thephysiqueconsultants.com, which is where we just were. The guy who is ranking all local keywords related to personal training is duraghaze.com. So we'll just open up that too while we're there. He has the best local SEO out of all the personal trainers in Dublin. This is the company who looks like they have done his SEO. We don't have to look at them. We currently have 2 locations in Sandyford and Churchtown, which are small areas inside of Dublin in Ireland. We are ranking for Sandyford related terms already and have only started providing personal training out of the Churchtown location this week and are in the middle of getting the location verified on Google My Business. I'm not concerned with ranking for these smaller areas as we will be moving to another location inside of Dublin shortly. I'm only concerned with going after the entire city of Dublin as we plan to eventually have locations across all of Dublin. I've listed the keywords in order of search volume below. I'd like to rank for the terms at the top first, and the other terms are of less importance down the bottom, and we will probably end up ranking for them while trying to rank for the more competitive terms. So personal trainer Dublin, personal training Dublin, personal trainers Dublin, and then basically all the semantic variations. So that's pretty much all we need to know for now. So personal trainer Dublin. So you'll see that they actually do have personal trainer Dublin in here. It's funny because they also have it in the competitor's website, but they're listing their phone number, which I generally don't recommend that. And notice how the call to action is very prominent. That was one of the things I noticed here is there's a lot of options and a lot of text, which is a little overwhelming. The conversion rate on this is probably pretty high because it's very straightforward and to the point. Overall though, the content on this website is amazing. One of the things that is over optimized is these link silos. So we only need 2 to 3 internal links per page. And the other thing is that personal trainer and personal training and all of these are going to sometimes different pages. So this one's going to personal trainer, this one's going to personal trainers Dublin, this one's going to personal training Dublin. So what's happening is Google's probably not able to understand what's going on here because there's so many different silos going to different pages. And let me just open up my notes really quick, and I gotta disable the display for 1 second just so I don't show you guys all the passwords I've been keeping track of in my notepad. So 1 second. Let me see if I can open up a new notepad. Here we go. Cool. So I can put this display back on. There we go. And let me just grab those keywords really quick. Actually, we already know what they are, so I'm just going to start taking notes. So note number 1 is need to fix over optimizations. Sorry, I'm not used to this new keyboard. This is a Mac now that I'm used to being on a Windows. Fix over optimizations being implemented with linked silos. The next thing is that we should probably combine some of those pages because they're kind of confusing, like personal trainer and then personal training. So I'm going to say might want to consider consolidating pages that are too similar, so that we can end up just ranking one page around the main keywords we're going for, which really realistically it's going to be the home page. So let me just check the comments, by the way. I haven't checked in on you guys in a second. Let's see. I don't even know where the comments are on this thing. I did a pop-out chat, and let's see if I can see it. Oh, Ronit's in the house. What's up, dude? Oh, shoot. Is it lagging now? Let's see. No, it looks fine. It's saying that there's a lag time on it, though, which looks fine. All right, whatever. All right, so next, let's see what else. Let's go into Mozbar and start checking out the on page. Open up Mozbar. I'm going to press this on page button. And so page title's not bad, 56 characters, could be a little bit better. And female body transformation gym. That's great, unless we're not targeting only that. If we're targeting multiple things, then we might want to list the other services and maybe get more traffic for, because I don't want us to be missing clicks because somebody sees this as a female body transformation gym and then not click on the personal trainer because they might be looking for, so I'm going to ask about that. Might want to target more than just female body transformation because we may not be getting as many clicks because there may be males looking for personal trainers as well. And this might filter them out. Which, I mean, if you only want females, it might be better because then there might be more people click. You might be getting higher ranks for that. But if it's mainly personal trainer, I would maybe take that qualifier out. So qualifiers in most cases are good, but in that case, that probably isn't that good. So the bold and italics are pretty crazy. This is like everything's bold and italicized. I probably wouldn't recommend that. So I wouldn't bold and italicize everything. You can change font size and look with CSS and not have to bold and italicize if you're doing this for looks. So that's just like one of those easy like things that we can fix, but you don't really want to bold and italicize anything more than a couple keywords per page. Oh, that's the alt text. Okay, so holy cow. Some of these images have way too much alt text in them. So you can see right here, this is all alt text for one image. So this looks like keyword stuffing. So way too much alt text in images. Should only be about 3 to 5 words per image. So that's going to look like keyword stuffing. This looks like keyword stuffing. All right, so we're already picking up some pretty good stuff. Let's check out the general attributes. So the H1 looks fine. Meta description, we need to take out the email and the phone number. So take out email and phone number from meta description. All right, General attributes, 13-second load time. Let's check that out. So first of all, load time is way too high. Need to be about 2 to 4 seconds max. And let's see why it's that high. By the way, I wish I had this camera to show you guys, but I got a giant bottle of water next to me from Costa Rica. They have huge bottles of water here, which is perfect. That's how I knew I was in the right place. So the mobile theme looks good. So the images, we're going to want to do image compression. So for this, load time to be reduced, you can use image compression. I use Smusher. Let's see what else. Go back here. Of course, the render blocking JavaScript on like everything. Let's see the server response time. Not too bad, but switch to premium hosting. And what was the other one? And leverage browser caching. I think it's without the E, but whatever. Yeah, it is. Cool. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to look at the link metrics, and we got to log into Moz for this. How you guys doing, by the way? We got 16 people in here. If you haven't liked the video, please give it a like. Arin said, can you upload this live video on YouTube unexpectedly on some emergency? I want to go outside. Yeah, so it'll automatically upload after. Masud said, not much. James said, did you get the 3 liter of water? That saved my life in Montezuma. I got the 750 milliliters? I don't know. I wish I could just show you it. How's your day going in Costa Rica? It's not bad. It's 7 a.m. here, which in the town I was in before, it was like 5 a.m. So I'm trying to adjust, but I wound up having a Red Bull, so I feel pretty good. All right. I got a lot of work to do, actually, guys. I've been burning through all my money because I've just been trying to get everything together, including my life and my mind. All right, so we're going to go back. We got to refresh this to get these metrics. I wish I could pull up this chat on the side, but I only have one screen now, so it's so much more difficult. All right. Page authority 24, domain authority 29, not too bad. For local, of course. Let's check out the markup. So we're going to click on structured data testing tool, and we're going to click on OG data. And first of all, the only thing that I really care about is local business markup on this page. If it's not there, then we got a problem. Holy cow, what is all of this? Oh my god. Okay, so this is a problem. Can I not scroll any further? Is there more markup than this? No, I think that's it. Okay, so the first thing about this is that we have organization, local business, and health club is a part of local business. But the cool thing is that health club is actually, I don't know if that's the best one, but I think that's pretty decent. So need to get rid of organization markup and keep either local business markup or health club. And if you do keep health club, make sure, oh, it just did a space for me. Make sure you finish filling out the info for it. The other stuff looks fine. You don't really need breadcrumbs on the home page, but whatever. Website and site navigation looks good. Cool. All right. Let's check out OG data. So the OG data needs to be fixed. OG data needs to be fixed for social sharing and social signal optimization. Click out of there, click out of, well, we'll keep the, no we won't. HTTP status, we got a 200 code for the HTTPS. Let's make sure it's redirecting as well. We're gonna have a problem if it's not. Yes it is, sweet. And let's just make sure the WW is also. So one of the things that you do want to do, Mr. Is it Michael? John, is the you want to figure out what Google looks at things that other people are mentioning around Dublin. So I honestly would put something like this towards the top and then put the call to actions underneath, because you kind of want Google to read the stuff first. So without completely auditing all of the words on this page, you just really want to make sure that this stuff is is similar to like stuff you can find on like Wikipedia. So personal trainer Dublin favorite. I honestly think this page is probably over optimized. So homepage is probably over optimized. I would plug this into a tool like SEO Profiler. Profiler, and check out the over optimization score for on page. Easy as that. Other than that, you can see that a lot of this, I think, is just content to get on the page. We're not really using heading tags either. Use heading tags to for text. The problem is that if there's a bunch of content, people aren't even really reading it, then you don't really want to put it on there. And there's too many links on this page. So honestly, what I would do is I'd make it a little bit simpler, put the heading tags in there, probably take out the over optimizations, move this text up a little bit higher, and then maybe get some information that's similar to what you'd find about Dublin off like Wikipedia, and explain a little bit more about your location. Explain a little bit more about your location, your services with headings, your history in Dublin, and look at some information on Wikipedia that is specific to Dublin. Because like I said, Google actually looks at what is similar to what other authority sites are mentioning about certain places. And I actually did this on a website, on my other website for Maryland, and I wound up ranking just by kind of looking at the content that was on Wikipedia and mentioning it in my page, and wound up ranking #1 for Maryland search engine optimization. And it's still ranking, which is funny. All right, so next thing we're going to look at the, so this is going to a subdomain, which is interesting. I don't know if I would necessarily do that, but you know, it is what it is. Let's actually look at the site colon and see what's being indexed, and let's see if our screaming frog is failed network error. Are you serious? Keep going. So we'll look at the differences between these two sites too in terms of the pages being indexed. So site colon boom, site colon boom. Got some comments. James says that is a 5th. The 3-liter has a handle on the top. It comes in a blue bottle. Oh, I gotta find that one. I need to get maximum water supply. What is your recommendations about getting up landing pages for different service areas? It would be great if you do a landing page for different services. I did this in the local SEO series, if you haven't seen it, Dwayne. Entrepreneur Consulting says, hey, I have a question. I'm working on something as I'm watching, so just say my name when you can answer. All right. Upgraded your note taking. Nice. No, I'm just on a different, I'm on a Mac now, that's why. All right, so we got 38 results on this website, and Derek has about 143. So he probably has some bloat content in here too. And you'll see he's got topical seating. He's just doing a bunch of stuff around training in Dublin. For us, you'll see we got these title tags are too long. I like that we're using pipes in some of these. I personally think pipes are better. We got Screaming Frog, thank God. Open that up. TPC nutrition from the best personal trainer. It's really going after a lot of what I'm seeing for the topical seating around female personal training or female body transformation. I mean, it's not completely like that, but it seems like that's some of the ones that are showing up a lot, which I'm sure Google's starting to pull this up. So like, for instance, if we were to do female body transformation Dublin, there it is. Because Google's picking that up is kind of what we're going for. Which we don't really want to confuse Google with the signals, because we want to show up for our main keywords, which is really more around personal trainer Dublin. So that really has to do a lot with the user intent and also the user experience and the signals that are being sent to Google saying, hey, this is what we're about. Hold on, let me make sure this is the right place, Ireland. So you'll also see that there's like 4 different AdWords being put in here. And I'm sure some of them are probably showing up in the map as well. Let's check it out. Nope, they're not. So they're not using location extensions. So that's a big win for us if we started doing those. Let's see what the CPC is on these. So we're just going to go to keywordtool.io. Oops. Keywordtool.io. Let's plug them into Screaming Frog. Oh gosh, I need Java for this. Let me just grab that really quick. Can I not copy and paste? Oops, keywordtool.io. And let's see, did I get it? No. JavaScript. Oops, java.com/download. Was that it? Probably should have kept that open. I think that was it, yeah. You would think that Macs would come with this stuff, but I guess not. All right, now we have to wait for that download. Okay, so while that's going, personal trainer Dublin. Oops, I don't want to be in Costa Rica. Take me out of Costa Rica. I don't want to be in Spanish either. I didn't even know you could use these different languages. It's so cool. Oh, and I gotta log in too. Let me log in. I gotta change the thumbnail for this video still too. Metin says, hi Chase, Google My Business is not showing my social accounts on web search. I already added schema, but can't see views from other sources on search results. So yeah, just make sure your local or your local business markups mentioning. Actually, I don't think you can put same as data in local, but you can put same as data on organization. Just make sure you're putting your social links in your whatchamacallit, on your website, and that also you're sharing from your website with those social accounts. It's really going to be around authority building. So you want to do also probably some external links to the social pages as well. Maybe mentioning them in your content. But overall, also if you have an organization page, organization markup on a page, so maybe not just the home page, but you create like a separate page for the organization. You can put your links in there as same as data. Mark H says, can you do a video on internal site linking for local ranking? So yeah, I actually did this on the local moving implementation. I did like 3 hours of siling if you want to watch that, Mark. Metin says, I mean reviews on the social accounts are not showing up on Google. Oh, so the reviews. Yeah, so same sort of deal. Just making sure that you're also having the same NAPW citations on those. So name, address, phone number, and website need to be exactly the same as what's on the website. Kyle says, 3 a.m. here and I'm supposed to be up in 4 hours. Who needs sleep? Oh, wow. Kyle, you need to get some sleep, dude. All right. So personal trainer Dublin, we got 1,900 and a $2 CPC, which is extremely low, especially if you look at the average lifetime value and the fact that they're not using location extensions. So I would really consider going for a local AdWords campaign. And this will also help us generate reviews for multiple reasons. So one, this will kickstart our reviews. Two, we can extract information from the exact searches people are looking for around our keywords and build content for them out for those keywords, as well as silos. And three, no one seems to be using location extensions, which means we can get listed in the map pack pretty fast if Google chooses to rank us in its snack pack. Doesn't always happen, but usually it does. There's more reasons than that it's going to be helpful, but actually, yeah. And 4, the CPC is incredibly low. Only about $2.10 per click. So, of course, the thing I didn't mention is that we need to set up conversion tracking and rank tracking. So that's easy stuff. So you'll see these other pages that are semantically related to this main keyword. So if we actually look at these, what we want to do is we want to go in and we want to find the citation. So we're going to grab this. We're going to go to Whitespark. Entrepreneur Consulting said, not sure how to handle a situation. My neighbor is a dentist and he has a site by the online practice and they are horrible from what I can see. Going to approach, but I need advice on how to go about it because I am pretty sure he doesn't keep the site. So yeah, so I mean, really it just comes down to how much value can you provide to these people and how can you talk to them in a way that makes you seem like you know what you're talking about without trying to sell them something. Because a lot of the times people will get approached and it's like, dude, you don't really know what you're doing. Even like with web designers, when they approach me, they say like, hey, I want to help you. It's like, well, you know what, just from the way you're talking about it, I don't really want to have to spend the time figuring out whether you actually know what you're talking about. So what I recommend is just making sure that you always talk about your successes, always talk about what you have achieved, what your value is, what your proposition is, and just being straight to the point. And then just saying, hey, look, you know, if you don't want to offer a paid audit, which is what I like to do, you just say, I'll offer you a free audit. I'll find all the stuff that's on your website, and I'll show you how long it's gonna take to fix these different things. And you can just follow like the audits that I do, that's pretty much it. I mean, you just go ahead and give them the audit. I like to do video because it's easier for them to see, but you can just show them like a list and explain it to them. Say, hey, look, you know, for some of this stuff it wouldn't take too long. Some of this other stuff it would take longer, and you know, most of the time people will be like, hey, look, you know, since you found all this stuff, it makes sense. It sounds like you know what you're talking about. They'll be interested. So that's what I'm going to say around that. I used to have a video of me doing cold calling and explaining this to people, but I didn't want to get in trouble, so I had to take that video off. Or you can have me do an audit for you of their website, and I could probably sell them on implementation for you and then get you a client doing that. Dwayne says, can you put a link in this video of the video you did creating local landing pages for different service areas, please? Thanks. If I can find it. There's so many videos I've done, I don't know which one it is. All right, Screaming Frog is launching finally, thank God. Citations finally are finished. So we only got 134, which is a surprise for such a high search rate keyword. All right, so you'll see these are the ads. So it looks like some are actually showing. I guess they weren't showing at the moment, but they are now. And then as we saw before, cover, model, body, personal trainer, training. And all of these have like 14 citations. So that's so crazy. This is such a good sign. So that's one of the big things that we just found here. And I'm really about finding the big wins. And so this is one of the big wins next to the AdWords is huge opportunity. Opportunity to build out citations and also start looking at what competitive links what links your competitors have. And start building, start figuring out what links are applicable for you. So that doesn't mean try to get every link they have, but there might be some that you can grab that are going to be easy. You can look at it through here where you just go to view sources. This isn't always showing the links, but you'll see these are the things that they have. So some of these you can get, but most of these you can get from the citation builder that I use. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to look at the reviews. So we're going to go personal trainer, Dublin, Ireland. So you see these guys have 28. Let's see if they're actually responding to the reviews. So you can see they're not even responding to their reviews, which is a good sign because they're not getting the ranking benefit of responding to reviews. And then let's see how many we have. Let me see what the actual local business is for this, if we have it. This isn't what we want. We want the other website. Where is it? Site : boom. Whoops. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take that out and see if we get a local listing with this. There we go. So that says Sandy Ford, so this must be another business. So what we're going to have to do is type in Ireland. Okay, that's interesting. This is still showing up. Let's see if this goes to the website. It does. Interesting. Okay, so this has 110 reviews and it's not ranking. That's really weird. Okay, let's see if we can find it on here at all. So we're going to type in consultants. There it is. So let's see how far down we are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. So that's actually a really good sign. Wow, that is a huge win there too. So for some reason it's not showing on here, but the reason why it's not showing there as number 4 is because of these ads. But right here, number 9. So only 11 citations. Yeah, so what we're going to also want to do is another big win is the fact that we're not responding to reviews, I don't believe. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, good, cool. So we are responding to reviews. So, Physique Consultants. Let's see how well this is actually optimized. So we're going to go into here, grab this, Command C, and go to Google Plus. So Google Plus. Oh, I got to go to web results. Steve said, emailed you 2 to 3 weeks ago, but had not had a reply. I checked my email, Steve. Is there any way you could resend that, man? I'm really sorry. I really just moved out of the country, so I've been like super busy and I haven't been able to really stay on top of my stuff in terms of my emails and whatnot. And I also get like so many people reaching out a day. So I apologize that I didn't see that. All right, so we're going to copy and paste that in here. Boom. And let's try to find it. So I don't know why that says Sandyford. Is that must be in Ireland or something? Honestly, I'd probably take that out, but whatever. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna go into here. And notice how it pulled an image of that woman right there? So I don't even think that's in their profile. That's probably just somebody who they like posted an update or something on their Google Plus, and now it's pulling that. So Google's really looking for more images than this. So we need to build out we need to do our Google My Business optimizations. So Google My Business optimizations need to be done. So 3x internal photos, or sorry, photos of building, 3x photos of inside building. So sorry, I should have put outside. 3x photos of team members or clients, 3x photos of services, and any additional photos. Don't forget to name your pictures correctly. Okay. So we got 21 people in here with, let's see how many people have liked this. I'll just say it now. I don't even have to look at it. If you guys haven't liked it, please give this video a like. It'll help me out and help me rank this video because of the user signals. So the NAP consistency is something else we're going to just want to check really quick. So what we're going to do is going to grab that. And I don't know if Moz local is going to work over here. We're going to check it out. So moz.com/local. While that's going, we can check out Screaming Frog. Oh, we didn't put that in there yet. Let's grab that. Boom. Boom. Bring it to Screaming Frog. There we go. Okay. Check listing, name. Oops, sorry. Oh, we have to grab that other one. And ideally, you don't want to do this, like put those keywords like that. You just want to put the name of the business, but it is what it is. And they're already getting away with it, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. What the heck? It said it picked it up, and now it's saying something went wrong. Go. What the hell? Alright, so I guess we're going to have to do this ourselves. Do we get a zip? Oh, you know why? It's probably because we don't get Moz local out here. Well, I don't know. Let's check it out. So let's try this right here. Nope. Let's try. Oh, it's because it's not Dublin. It's Sandyford or something. Yeah, I don't think Moz goes out this far. Because it is picking it up there. Oh gosh. Well, one of the other things we can do is you can actually just grab this right here and paste it in here like that and see how many profiles are picking it up. So you can see a lot of different places. I mean, the other way to do this is to just go through the different main profiles and make sure that the NAPW is consistent. So I'm not going to do it, but go through main profiles and make sure NAPW is consistent. Local indexing, main local indexing, and social profiles. and also make sure that we're set up on those. So it's easy to do that. You just look at the main local indexing profiles like Hot Frog and that stuff, and then just put in their name, and if they don't show up, then we got to build out a profile for them on that. But the citation builder does that too, and they make notes of all of the places they're building up the citations for, which is cool. Also, we want to make sure that the NAPW is on the website. Usually in the footer is where you want to put it. So boom, there it is. Looks good. And I think this is where the schema is probably getting pulled from the microdata. And then the social profiles are showing up in the footer like this, which I think is probably reducing the load time a lot. We ideally probably want to have the social profiles in the footer as well, like, you know, down here or something. Let's check out all this stuff. So I'm going to say put social links in footer as well. Like they're already there, like I said, but I don't know. We only have Facebook and Instagram here. Probably want like our Google Plus and everything else under there. I don't know how we would do it from a good looking standpoint. Also, these call to actions are really long. So they don't know. I mean, they already know that they have to click here because it's a button. So I would take out click here from buttons, because it's kind of obvious that they would have to click there. And maybe bold the text. All right. So we got our about page. And as you can see, guys, the load time on this is pretty slow. And you'll see Personal Trainer Dublin, that shouldn't be the about page. So we're really just over optimizing for too many, like going for Personal Trainer Dublin too many times. So let me just type this in and see what we're showing up for organically for this Personal Trainer Dublin. So there isn't such thing as a duplicate content penalty or like targeting this too many of the same keywords on every page. It's just that Google would rather see you that you're going for like different variations of your keywords and understand like your whole website contextually, like semantically related to your main keywords than just like going for the same one over and over and over. So we need to make our pages more specific and unique to what they are, not targeting the same keyword on every page, but variations of it. So I mean, people are probably looking up like, you know, about this business, maybe reviews, maybe, oh, that's the other thing is review. Get a reviews page with review markup. So that's a good way to build authority. I don't remember what I was saying. So our services, we probably want to build these out more and then also have a drop down of our main services. And you can see this tab and the other tabs going to the same one, to the same subdomain. Which ideally we would want to have it on the same domain and not have it in two tabs. And then you'll see that this path is personal training services, and then there's only one URL for personal training. So we need to be more specific with what we're going for. So service pages should be targeting other queries around what you specifically do for personal training, like for instance strength training, weight loss, etc. And they should all be linked to from main personal training services page, which should be shown in the menu items, because we want to have Google be able to access that page, right? All right, let's check out Screaming Frog. Why is this not crawling? Screaming Frog looks so different on Macs. Oh, maybe it's just because it's not all the way done. I mean, all the way pulled up. Alright, while that goes, let me just check out the comments really quick. What are you guys saying in here? Entrepreneur Consulting said like it up then. Steve liked the video. Thanks, Steve. I have a site position 4 in local maps. No reviews. Yeah. What's that? Okay. Hold on one second. There. Sorry about that, guys. We're hitting me up. They asked me if I needed my laundry done, which I think they were just talking about towels. Okay, so I had to drink some water. Yeah, so Steve said I have a site in position 4 in local maps, no review, and yet the main site is in page 10. So you're probably talking about organically. I'd have to look at it. All right, so Screaming Frog's probably done. Let's check it out. All right, so we want to filter by HTML, and I'm not sure why I'm not seeing. Oh, it's because this needs to be pulled down, I think. Let me pull this down and see what happens. There we go. Cool. So, homepage, content. We don't really need to look at this. We need to look at the status code. So it looks like we have, and I have to get Zenu on my next video. I didn't get it on this one. But you'll see we got some 301s, some 200s, some 404s. So we need to clean those up. So clean up, redirecting URLs, 404s, whoops, etc. I use broken link checker. Go back to Screaming Frog. So you see all these URLs are decent. So we have the architecture set up okay. It's just about making those pages a little bit better with the on page. And then you'll see these titles. Like I said, way too similar. So we really need to change these up. And a lot of this stuff you can do through Search Console. So you literally just take the page, you plug it into Search Console, see what it's showing up for in terms of impressions, which basically shows what Google wants to show up for, and then you can just take those titles and change them up to how you want to show them to Google, as long as they're different variations. So title tag optimization for semantic variations of main keywords. All right, so title lengths, we got some that are over, some that are under. Also on titles, need to fix lengths. And I would list all those out, but I mean, you can pretty much just see them all through a Screaming Frog crawl or any sort of rank tracking you're using. Like SEO Profiler shows you all this stuff. Also on the meta descriptions, we don't want to be saying click here, so meta descriptions need to be optimized as well with best practices. Whoops, sorry, I need to go back to all. Canonical we're using on some pages but not on others, so I would probably say we should put these on the other pages as well. I don't know why we would only be using it for some pages. Canonical is only self-pointing on some pages, not all. Wouldn't be a bad idea to put it on all pages. Alright. Sorry, I'm only in protocol. I need to go back to internal. Alright. So we're using meta keywords on some pages, need to take that out. Using meta keywords on some pages, need to take that out. That one's an easy one. H1s are not being used on some pages. H1s not being used on some pages, and on other pages using the same H1 as multiple pages. So we kind of want our H1s to be unique as well. Good practice for this is just to take basically what's in the title and put it in your H1. So we got some no index, no follow pages on like some of these, like the other, the subdomain. So we would want it no index, I suppose, but we don't want it no follow. So I don't know why we would do a no follow. I guess because it's pointing to a different site. I mean, if that's what they want to do, I guess that's okay, but I just don't know. I guess. I don't think it would, I think you can put the follow in there. I don't know why you wouldn't want to put that in there. Just because it's pointing to a subdomain doesn't mean that it needs to be a no follow. Yeah, so I'd probably take that out. I'd take out no index, no follow on subdomain. I don't see any harm. Unless it has duplicate content. Of indexing this page, unless there is duplicate content, which is maybe why they're doing it. That would make sense if that's why they were doing it. Whoops. So if we look at the text ratio or the word counts, on some of these pages it's very high, some of them it's not very high, but overall it looks pretty decent. And then you'll see the level in terms of how deep linked these are, I believe. Some of them are about 3, but most of them aren't. So I think this is the only one that's number 3, and this is probably the service pages. And I'm getting a 404 there for some reason. I don't know why. So that's fine. You don't want your main pages to be more than 2 to 3 internal clicks deep. The inlinks looks about okay. We have to see more specifically what's going on there, and then you'll see the last modified date on some of these. So that's decent. Let's check out the other thing I always look at, which is the alt tags. So if we go into here, we're only a few images are missing alt text, and then it's funny. It says none of these are over 100 characters, but some of those were huge. So I don't know why it's not picking that up. And then we don't have analytics, so we can't look at that yet, but whatever. Okay, so we're almost done here, guys. We figured out some of our main stuff. Really what it's going to be is figuring out our main keywords around the semantic variations and building out the pages for that. And the best way to do this is to have the home page and then the service pages that are semantic variations like weight loss and that other stuff, and then start getting content marketing going and start doing authority building. So that's huge. I mean, anybody who's like intelligent in terms of SEO, they know that authority building works through content marketing. So start to build out authority with content marketing and social signal optimization, which means just sharing this stuff on a bunch of social channels after you're done, and list building, which you can actually generate reviews off of that, which is really cool. But the most important thing is make sure the content is relevant to what you're building authority for. So, I mean, you can try to go for local, but even if you go for national stuff around like, different things for personal training, that's going to help. And it's also going to give you the ability to do internal linking to other pages on your website, start building up that domain authority, and then also start building up your page authority on your homepage, which the homepage should target the main keyword, which is personal training Dublin. Ideally, we don't want any other page trying to rank for this exact keyword. Now we can have other pages like personal training Dublin services ranking for that, but not for the exact keyword we're trying to go for. So that's pretty much it, guys. The other thing is just going and doing the basic on page for some of these pages, like for instance the heading tags, looking at the over optimizations and that stuff. So not too bad though, not too bad. All right, so we're gonna do the top 10. You guys can guess at the top 10 if you like. We got some comments. Suhail said, hey Chase, targeted solar energy company Mumbai, 0 searches when people were searching for solar energy companies in Mumbai, around 1K, but not showing up for the second quick fixes. I'm the solar guy, by the way. Dang, someone just turned some dubstep up in here. So yeah, you don't have to use the stop words to rank for things that have stop words in it. Steve H says, for a local web design site, is it worth having a section on local news to make you relevant to the area? So a good example is somebody that I'm working with who made like a article of the top 8 website companies in their area, and they're ranking for it. And of course they list themselves as number 1, so they're getting tons of traffic from that and conversions. In terms of news, you can do that, but I try not to target news unless you're a news related site. Steve H says, do you follow your internal link to places like About? Where it makes sense, yeah. So like in some cases I will link to the About, in some cases I won't. I don't think it's always necessary unless people are really looking for your About page. If they're not, then you don't have to do internal linking. I usually do it to my top service pages that have like my top keyword pages, or pages that are going to help convert people, like my review pages. Okay, so the top 10. And of course there's always more than this stuff, guys. I mean, there's like, you know, making sure that you're doing A/B testing if you want, doing conversion rate optimization, you know, there's so many other things, but these are the first things that I like to pull, and then, you know, there's always, like, if I were to do another audit of this, I could probably pull up like 50 more things, but this is a good start. So top 10. 1, build out, /roadmap. Build out citations. I can send you a link for the guy I use. The next one is get rid of over optimizations. Figure out a better link silo, only targeting 2 to 3 internal links with semantic variations of main keywords. I mean, the schema markup is important, but I would say the next most important thing is the Google My Business optimizations. So Google My Business optimizations. With photos and correct file URLs. Authority building through relevant content and social signal, social sharing. Build out service pages for related services. Title tag optimization, going for main, going for unique titles on each page with qualifiers, and probably taking out that one qualifier picked up in the beginning. Basic on page. So this kind of goes with over optimizations, but it really has to do more with like fixing alt tags, 301s, 404s, you know, adding metas, adding H1s, etc. Number 9 would be doing the schema, so fix schema markup. Only put local business markup on homepage. Can use health club instead if you want. And take out organization markup. And then I would say competitive link building, so do some competitive link building. Look for easy wins that competition has links from, and try to grab them. A free tool you can use is Broken Link Checker, or sorry, Backlink Watch. So that's pretty much it for this audit, guys. If you enjoyed it and you haven't done so already, and you haven't heard me ask you like 30 times already, which I usually do, just make sure you go ahead and leave a like. Also, if you haven't done so already and you don't get like alerted when I do these audits or my videos, if you go to the little subscribe button right here on the corner, I don't know if you can see this, you can press subscribe, and then there's a little bell you can put right next to after you press subscribe. I can't show you because it's my own account, but make sure you press the bell because it'll alert you when I go live. So let me just answer a couple questions before I get off of here. Ronit says fix schema, link silos. Yep. Oh, I forgot to put link silos. I didn't put that. Shoot. So I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put the get rid of over optimizations. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, no, I put the link silos. Cool. Steve H says, haha, the article listing your company as #1 for web design companies is pretty clever. Who would you submit those articles to? What do you mean submit the articles to? I would just share the heck out of them on social. Trevor says Yext or Moz Local. If you have a huge company with tons of listings, I would use Yext. If you just have like a one business, I would do Moz Local and combine that with a citation builder. Steve H says thanks, I'll email you again, mate. You're welcome. Entrepreneurs said like it up then. That's not a thumbs up, man. That's a it's a middle finger. All right. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Does this play ad button work? Oops, sorry. If you guys are watching an ad right now, I apologize. I'm a terrible person. But like I said, I'm going to be working at a coffee shop in a little bit. I have to check out of this hotel right now. And then, I don't know how the volume's going to be at a coffee shop. It might be really weird if I'm just working in a coffee shop, speaking English, and all these other people are speaking Spanish around me. So I might have to do it from like an Airbnb. But I will be doing implementations. I'm going to show you guys how to do a content upgrade, which is pretty cool. So make sure you guys stick around for that. And yeah, so until I see you guys next time, happy SEOing.